selling 2,400 VHS tapes today after about 3 years of negotiating on Craigslist. For example, I started at about 1,200. Now they're all being sold for about 800 bucks. I'm saving one. Let's find it. Born to be wild. And I can't keep these forever. So I bought this one on Hastings a long time ago. It's hard to find VHS porn. What do we have here? Star Wars. This was in the wrapper. I bought that from someone in Portland, and that has an original film piece of the movie. Now, I just can't keep everything for forever, like I said, and I just don't have all the time in the world or in my life to watch movies. So I'm kind of making excuses for selling this. I was looking forward to The Godfather 1 and 2. That would have been cool, but I don't have a place to play these, and I may never have a place to watch these movies. Here's looking at you, kid. And a lot of other movies are going their own way, and I know that the movie I'm looking for is not one of these plastic ones, so that's an easy wrap up. Well, it's looking at you again, kid. Got The French Connection, awesome movie, 1971. Speaking of The French Connection, that's where I want to live one of these days, one of these lifetimes, and there's no room in a very small studio for these movies, and all of these movies would weigh about 1,200 pounds to get there. I mean, look at all this celluloid. I can't carry this on forever, and at 2,000 movies, 2,400, that's multiply that by what, 2 hours each? 4,800 hours? Well, that's like watching a movie every day for 7 years in Tibet. Funny thing about the birds is that I'm actually watching this on OK.ru. There's lots of sites that offer free movies, and there's tons of them on the net. But the one thing about having VHS tapes is that some of these tapes are never going to make it on the net, which is one thing that I wanted to do. Farewell, my lovely. That looks like it's going to be an old film. It is. Well, how old is it? I don't know. Actually, it's 1975. Pirates of the Silicon Valley. New-ish, or two movies I've never heard of or seen before. Southpaw and Miracle at Morrow. You know what? Sometimes reality bites. You just got to move on, learn to let go. One of the things I'm letting go of is AirVHS. The idea of renting out a place on AirBNB. Okay, so the idea of AirVHS was to make money and give people access to movies that they probably have never seen. 3 to Tango, Single White Female, Unbreakable, Flatliners. I mean, most of these movies are have definitely been seen by the majority of the population in America and Canada. And I'm still looking for my movie. Come on. But come on, can you actually say that you've seen Megaville, The Hard Way, Intimate Contact, The Hard World? World's hard sometimes. You got to make sacrifices. It's a question of sacrificing 8 hours of my life to watch Branford Marsalis on music. And also thinking about AirVHS as a lifetime or just a one-time. No dream is impossible, but some of them just got to be let go. More about this sale. This dude, whom I've known only from Craigslist for these last 3 years, haggling every summer. He's getting a full screen TV that works well. It's got a cable hook in the back, and that's a VCR from Pendrell Street. Started collecting in 2017, and I don't even know what this one is. This is just a box full of Highlander. Yeah, that can go. Babylon 5. I don't even know what Babylon 134 is. Jeff Bridges, Tucker, The Man and the Dream. If you ever get a chance, watch that film. One of his cars is in at Napa Valley at Frank Coppola's estate, vineyard. It's very cool. And also, if you ever make it down to Napa Valley at Francis Coppola's place, you can see his Oscars that he won for Godfather. He's got a lot of cool cinematography history at that place. Coppola, one of the greats from the 1970s. And in the 1970s was one of the greatest decades in film. I'm not going to get into the big history here. I'm still looking for that film. At 780, these 6 boxes that I am not looking through represent about almost a third, a little under a third then of the full total of 400. And I somewhere must have either dropped, it's called Where Eagles Dare. And the greatest thing about that was that it had a Woodward's, it was unopened and it was dated back to the late 80s, early 90s. And on the price tag it said $29.99. Imagine spending $30 at that time. That would be half a day's wage on minimum wage, which I was used to back in the 1980s, for a movie. Now all of these movies, every single one here and every single movie there can be found for free on the internet. All right, well, I'm not going to get into those boxes at all. I might have missed it in here. We made a deal, and the deal is that if he finds it, he's going to give it to me, and I'll be able to give that to Vancouver Archives or keep it to myself. I'm going to give it to Vancouver Archives. All right, well, there goes the van. He's got to make a turnaround here. And there's the bank of VHS tapes of 2,400 of them. So this is going to happen here. I've only collected since 2017, so in terms of time, it doesn't mean that much. And, there is the idea of when I ever own a home, then I could buy these back from him. All right, there's one going out. Some work going on here. All right, there's that. Got my buddy Dean helping me out. And there's Brendan Barrow. I might call you in 5 years to buy all these back from you. There's no price tag on dreams, but when the dreams die, you can cash out. And who knows what dreams may come. Some of them live, some of them die. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn doobop.com into a movie holding site, and I'm going to put that on the web, YouTube, and hopefully make something out of it and then share a lot of movies with a lot of people. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.